Teddy Atlas has got it 100% wrong when it comes to Ryan Garcia, social media, and the New York State Athletic Commission. Teddy Atlas is insisting that prior to Ryan Garcia's fight versus Devin Haney on April 20th, he wants the New York State Athletic Commission to enforce or force Ryan Garcia to take a mental health test. Now, there's more than one problem with this. First of all, the New York State Athletic Commission is already the hardest commission to get for any boxer to get licensed in from. The three most difficult states to get a boxing or fighting license from are New York, Nevada, and California. And that's because of the laundry list of medical tests they insist that all fighters pass prior to being granted a license. And the sort of New York State Athletic Commission is just known for being even more of a stickler than Nevada and California. So a point here is that it's already a difficult commission to deal with. Now you want to impose a mental health test. So is it only Ryan that has to take that? That's called maybe discrimination, Teddy. So that means now you're going to want every single fighter who fights in the state of New York to get a mental health test. What is this test? How do you give somebody a test to figure out if they're mentally fit or not? This has to be something that can be done in a matter of minutes, I assume. Second of all, who are these people that are going to vet this test and vet the doctors that administer the test, and what are the procedures for this? I mean, it's not clear, number one, and number two, it's not practical. And then of course there's number three, who's paying for it? Because in the state of New York, guess who pays for all those medical tests? It's the taxpayers. The people that pay taxes in New York State pay for those tests. Unlike Nevada or California, where the cost is borne by either it's borne by the fighter effectively, unless their manager wants to pay for it, or they pass the cost on to the promoter somehow. But in New York, the commission itself covers CAT scan of the brain, dilated pupil exam for the eyes. I think the only thing, blood work. Oh, they do an EKG as well. So are the taxpayers gonna agree to pay for this mental health test that Teddy Atlas is insisting on? I don't get it. It's just not gonna happen, Teddy. Let's get real. But furthermore, you just got tricked. Teddy, you fell for it. Ryan is trolling for dollars. He's not bowling for dollars. He's trolling for dollars. Now, Teddy Atlas cites, he's making all these crazy posts. It's like, yes, Teddy, Ryan is making all these crazy posts. Why is that? So people will click on it. So people will look. So people will tune in on April 20th to maybe see what they think might be a train wreck, or at the very least, they're going to keep looking at his social media between now and April 20th. That's 1 month of more views, right? Potentially more views, because everyone wants to know, is this kid okay or not okay, or what's he going to post next? Because, come on, Teddy. I'm going to break this down for you with an analogy, Teddy Atlas, because you seem to like analogies. It's not going to be about firemen. It's not going to be about kitchens. It's going to be about 3, 2, 1, bang! It's going to be about casinos, Teddy. So, I know you can understand this, Teddy Atlas, because you've been to casinos plenty of times, either to with your fighters for a fight, or to commentate when you used to commentate for ESPN. So you know darn well that a casino does not care why a human being walks through those doors into their casino. They don't care if you're coming to watch the boxing fights. They don't care if you're coming to go to the buffet. They don't care if you're coming to go shopping. They don't care if you're coming to see a show. They don't care if you're coming to gamble, because they figure that somewhere along the line they're going to get you to put some money down, either on a table or in a slot machine. But as long as you walk through those doors, they figure they got you. Okay, well, that's exactly what Ryan Garcia is doing. He doesn't care why you watch what he does. He doesn't care if you're watching because you feel sorry for him. He doesn't care if you think he's crazy. He doesn't care if you don't like him. He doesn't care if you are amazed by his hand speed. He doesn't care if you're interested in his personal life, like his newborn baby boy, Henry. He doesn't care if you want to see him do a funny little dance. And these are all sort of typical social media type posts that everybody does. But finally, he doesn't care if you're paying attention to what he says because it's so crazy, like he's got kidnapped by elites. Teddy, do you think Ryan really believes that? No, but he got you to pay attention to it, right? Which was the goal. So if he can get Teddy Atlas to pay attention to that, he's getting everybody else to pay attention to it too. Particularly those people who were tuned into Andrew Tate's whatever that was, broadcast or something on X. So, I mean, I do know there are people who said they'd never heard of Ryan Garcia till they heard that Andrew Tate broadcast or podcast or whatever that was. So Ryan is winning the fight before the fight in that he's getting more and more views right now. Whether that's because he's actually trying to sell tickets to the fight, I'm not sure. I don't really think that's his end game. I think his end game is right now just getting more views, because views for him translates to money. Okay, because he's got all sorts of collaboration deals with other brands, for example, Young LA, but he probably has other collaboration deals with other companies as well. And don't be mistaken, when Ryan starts up with something like with Jake Paul about fighting, and with Logan Paul about his drink that I shall go unmentioned, that's a collaboration. That's not like Ryan really trying to pick a fight with either one of those guys. That's collaboration, because Ryan's mentioning the name of the drink and saying it sucks, but that brings attention from both sides of the argument, right? It annoys people who really love this drink and all the Logan Paul fans, and it entices other people who don't like Logan Paul or don't like that drink. So he's able to capture both sides of that audience, so to speak. Same thing with him antagonizing Jake Paul. He manages to tick off all the Jake Paul fans, so they're paying attention, but he also gets the support of all the people who don't like Jake Paul, so there's the other side of it. And both of the Paul brothers know this tactic fully, and they understand it, and that's why I call it a collaboration, because they know that by Ryan doing this, that he's getting their product or their name out there again to probably a slightly different audience than they already have. So, I don't know why Teddy Atlas thinks he has the purview to tell the New York State Athletic Commission what to do, number one, but he hasn't thought this through, because in New York, if you're gonna subject one person to a test, I think you're gonna have to subject everybody to the test, are you not? Because who's gonna decide? What's the test to decide if you are so mentally unwell that you need to take the test? If that makes any sense. So you either got to give it to everybody or give it to nobody. And good luck trying to give everybody who fights in New York a mental health test. I mean, it literally is crazy. Because, I mean, not to be funny, but look, I lived in New York for a long time. And if you live in New York, you got to have a little bit of mental unhealth, in a sense, to even live in that city, because of what you have to accept putting yourself through on a daily basis just to go to and from work, or to and from work to the gym and home. New York is a hectic place. There's far too many people crammed into a small place. So, Teddy, sorry, you got this one 100% wrong. Bang!